What do you want to be when you grow up?
Robotics engineer.
Robotics engineer? Why is that?
I've always been interested in coding and electronics and all of that.
Okay. So how long have you been doing coding and electronics? Since sixth grade, you've been doing coding, electronics, and okay. So now let me ask you something. With that career, what do you hope to accomplish in your life? What would you like to achieve?
I'm not entirely sure. I wanted to open a business, but I don't know exactly what it's going to be.
What kind of business would it be? Like a coding business? You're helping people fix their computers or technology, engineering? I mean,
More like creating new technology or better technology for other places.
Gotcha. Okay. So let me ask you, you're here at the office, you came to look for an opportunity. If there was a way I could show you how to get the funding to start a business, how to take care of yourself between now and then, how to go to college, get the education that you need, certifications that you need, and at the same time be a part of an organization that it's about legacy, something that'll you'll carry with you for the rest of your life, something that will, when people look at you, it's on your resume, it's part of the most elite military organization in the history of the world. If I could show you how to build your credibility in that way, to be able to have a good quality of life along with building your dream, if I could show you that today, would you become a United States Marine? Yes or no?
Yes.
You would. Okay. I'm going to show that to you, okay? And that's it. Brother, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
How's everything?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
Good, man, good. Hey, question, man.
Yeah.
You look pretty fit. Have you ever considered maybe the military as an option?
No, not really, man.
Not really?
No.
Take a walk with me, man.
Okay,
Let's have a walk.
okay.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to play football.
You want to play football?
Yes.
Okay, what's your position, man?
I played wide receiver.
Wide receiver?
Yep.
All right, man. And so are you waiting on a scholarship or what?
I don't got anything going on right now. I'm still waiting to hear back from them.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something, man. Let's say the scholarship doesn't work out. Let's say that's something that you want to do and it just doesn't happen that way. What's a career field that you would have to get into now?
I would say cybersecurity.
Okay. Now look, I understand that football is important to you. Maybe you want to be in the NFL, but honestly, if it doesn't work out, how would it make you feel if there was a way for you to have a career in cybersecurity? Something that you really enjoyed, something that was set up for you. Solid pay, great education benefits, and honestly, we have ways that you can play football in our league too, man. Like you can be a part of the All-Marine team, you can be a part of the intramural teams. Like that way you can continue your passions. Is that something you think would be interesting to you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, man. Well, look, we'll go to my office. I'll ask you some basic screening questions and we'll go from there. What do you think?
Let's do it. What time?
Whenever you're ready, man. How about right now?
Okay, let's do it.
Let's rock and roll, man.
Awesome.
See, one thing I've learned as a Marine Corps recruiter is a lot of people have a lot of opinions about a lot of things. See, they'll say things like, don't join the military. You could just go to trade school. You'll make six figures at the age of 21. Well, how come I have a bunch of people that come into the offices that I work through that aren't making all that money, but yet they have all the certifications for the trade? People will tell you, just go to college. Just go get a job. Well, then how come I have people with bachelor's degrees that are underemployed or don't even have a job looking for an opportunity? Why is that? It seems like everybody has the right plan, the right path for you to tell you how to succeed. But yet none of them want to provide you a solution. When you walk into a Marine Corps recruiting station, that is exactly what you get. You get a solution. You get the job, you get the pay, you get the benefits. You get the opportunity. And so unless somebody's going to provide you with the resources along with that advice, I would be weary of that. Just my 2 cents. You in the shape that you want to be in?
Not really.
Would you like to be in better shape? Would you like to be physically fit, mentally fit, financially fit? Would you like that?
Yeah.
When you look at yourself in the mirror after achieving that, would you feel good about yourself? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, be honest with me here. When you look at yourself in the mirror right now, do you feel good about what you see looking back at you?
Not really.
And that's okay. But you gotta be honest with yourself, right?
Right.
And this is the place where you go to fix that. This is the place where you go to fix that, because being a Marine is not just about a job. It's a lifestyle. Being a Marine is not about just getting a paycheck and getting a VA home loan. It's about being physically and mentally better than you've ever been. It's about fulfilling those things. It's about being a part of an organization that is hard, but rewarding. And it's all encompassing. It tackles every element of your life. And here's the best part about it. It's built for you. All you got to do is be where you're told to be, with what you're told to have, and you'll be taught everything. You'll be handed the keys to your own success. It just requires the desire to pivot. So you'll walk out of here today, and every option that you get encountered with, whether it be at work, whether it be at home, whether it be with parents, whether it be with influencers, whoever, is going to seem like an easier option, less complicated, less stressful. It's a big decision. If you don't have to think about this decision, life would be easier because it's a scary thing. And you will choose those options and sacrifice that true depth and need that you just described to me for what is comfortable and easy, even though it will not achieve that deeper meaning that you're seeking. Or you can make a decision right now to change your life totally, incompletely, like walking into a time machine with people who will make it happen for you, that will get you into shape starting today, Thursday, that will start investing time into you, into your mental capabilities, into your physical capabilities, to prepare you for recruit training. And then when you get to recruit training, meeting people that will not give up on you, even after you've given up on yourself. That at the end of that 90-day training period, the person that you imagined yourself being, you are now the foundation of. And you start the process of becoming the best version of you. As a mechanic, working in motor transportation, fixing government vehicles, or step up. If you do well in the test, who knows, aviation mechanic. Now you're working on jet planes instead of working on cars at the dealership. But you're starting a real chapter of your life. At 22, you're old enough to know what the last 4 years was. And it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. So then you got to recognize that Albert Einstein didn't find insanity as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Did he not? And so now you got to make a decision if you're going to keep doing the same thing that you've been doing, the same thing that you see other people doing and expect a different result, or if you're going to do something different. Because I'm 30. That's only 8 years older than you are. That's it. 8 years older than you. And at this point in my life, I guarantee you, if you were living life the way I live life, you would feel pretty good about it.
So somebody tells me that they're not interested in military service. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get on their level. I'm going to say to them, listen, totally makes sense. Most people don't know about it, so they're not really interested in it, and that totally is fair. But let me ask you this, big guy. What do you want to accomplish? See, once they tell me what they want to accomplish and they have a bigger picture, it's this point right now where I want to then help them identify the other things that they need. See, education is just one small piece of the pie, but you also need application, which comes in the form of certifications, work experience, references, and people that can validate your ability to do the job. It's not enough to just have the education, and unfortunately, most people don't realize that. And so once you help people identify that there are gaps in their plan through asking questions about things that they need that they don't have, and frankly, they probably don't have a plan to get, then you can say, well, listen, if I could show you how to fill that gap, you said you weren't interested in military service, but you are interested in accomplishing your goal. If I can show you how military service can help you accomplish your goal, well then you would be interested in military service, would you not? And it's at this point where they might be willing to have a conversation with you. They just need to understand the value of what you do. It's a really common approach, really simple process, but it's just about asking the right questions to get someone to understand what they need. When people realize that you have what they need, they want to rock and roll with you. Give it a shot. So you want to be a Marine, huh? That's what's up. Well, here's a couple things you should know. Number one, there's no free passes. Everybody's got to earn it. You got to earn it and you got to work for it, and it ain't going to be easy. Another thing you should know is that it ain't always going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's not always going to be great. There's going to be days that suck. Days that are tough. Things aren't going to work out for you. You're going to wish you could do something different, be somewhere else. But you really got no choice because you decided to make a commitment. And that commitment, it's a serious commitment. Another thing you should probably really think about is if you're made for it. Because not everyone's made for it. A lot of people complain about it, cry about it, moan about it. Due time they get out, they didn't like it. And that's on them. Everybody's experience is a little bit different. You never know what you're going to get. So be prepared for something like that. But there's a lot of upside too. A lot of reward, a lot of great things, a lot of amazing opportunities, and honestly, a lot of great brothers too. So if it's something you want to do, my recommendation, do it. But you got to be sure about it. Because once you pick, that's it. Good luck. Being a Marine doesn't make you homeless. Being an alcoholic makes you homeless. Being a Marine doesn't make you homeless. Being a drug addict makes you homeless. There's a difference. If you want to succeed, you got to put yourself in a position where you have the resources to do so. I'm going to give you those resources. What you do with them is on you. The tonality, man. The energy. That's what sells, man. People buy you, bro. You're a handsome guy. You're tall, dark, good looking. You got a beautiful family. You got a nice ring on your finger. You're a man of character. You have everything that people want. You are literally living the life that these people want. So you got to get them to understand that.
My mom just doesn't really, she's not really a fan of military.
Your mom's not a fan of the military?
No.
Okay, gotcha, man. And so, let me ask you something here. What does your mom want for you ultimately in your life? What does she want you to achieve in life?
Probably to be a successful young man.
Okay. And when you think about you becoming successful, what does that look like?
Having a good job, when that time comes, being able to put a roof over my family, myself.
Okay.
Just be a little bit more independent,
Okay, gotcha. So now, if your mom saw that you were in a full-time career, maybe as a computer specialist or an engineer or some type of aircraft mechanic or, flight operator of some kind, do you think she'd be proud of your achievements at 18, 19, 20 years old?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Do you think that your mom would like to see you be able to pay your way through college and afford your own life and to be, selfless and stand out from your peers and your friends and to be that role model in your community? Do you think she'd be proud of you if you did that?
Yeah.
I respect the fact that your mom's not in support of the military necessarily, but what it sounds like is she just doesn't know much about it. And so because of that, she's not in support of it. But I think if you and I work together and we ultimately have a conversation with your mom to show her that we can make you into that elite individual that is in a great career and has figured out a way to pay for your college and your school, and you are the role model and the epitome of success in your friend group, she might support it. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm going to tell you a quick story. All right? I'm going to tell you a quick story. So there was a young man in a village. This village far, far away. Okay, they don't have the things that we have. They don't have smartphones. They don't have technology. They don't have all this stuff. Only thing they have is this big mountain behind the house. Simple life. They got this big, gigantic mountain behind their village. And see, in order to be successful in this village, you got to climb to the top of this mountain. If you're a young man or a young woman, if you climb to the top of this mountain, everyone in the town, they look at you like you're a hero. You're the person that made it. You did it. They give you free things, you get free life is good, everything's great, nice house, everything. So there's a young man, he looks a lot like you guys, about 18, 19 years old, and he's coming into his manhood. You know what he says? He says, Mom, I'm going to climb that mountain. I'm going to go be the man that everyone wants me to be. I'm going to be the man that makes my dad proud. That's what I'm going to do. So what does he do? He gets his backpack, right? He gets his backpack, he grabs this thing right here, I'm going to borrow that. He starts loading this thing up. Puts his sweatshirt in here, gets a couple of bottles of water, puts it in there, gets his granola bar, puts it in there. He's ready to rock and roll. My man's like, it's game time. So he throws the bag on, and he heads up the mountain. And he starts rolling. Takes him all afternoon, the whole afternoon to get to the first peak. So he gets to the first peak of the mountain. The sun's starting to kind of come down a little bit. It's getting a little bit chilly, and I'll tell you, he's thirsty. So he gets his hoodie, puts it on, warms up a little bit, drinks his bottle of water, keeps it pushing. Starts rolling up the mountain. The rocks start getting sharp, start cutting up his shoes a little bit. They don't have nice shoes like we have. They don't have like the Nikes. They just got regular shoes, okay? So his shoes are starting to get all messed up. He's got holes in his shoes now. So now he gets to the second peak. The sun is down. It's dark. He starts hearing coyotes and things and weird sounds in the dark, and he don't know what's going on. So he gets a little nervous, but you know what? He says, I'm hungry. Let me eat something. Eats his granola bar. So he keeps pushing. Now it's about midnight. He's freezing. Now there's snow showing up. You know, when you climb up a mountain, the snow starts to come up when he gets real high in altitude. And the rocks are sharp. His feet are frozen. They start turning black, his toes, because he doesn't have good shoes on. Hypothermia is setting in a little bit. He starts looking around for something to eat because he has nothing to eat. He starts looking around for shelter. He don't have shelter. He starts looking around for something to put on because he's freezing. And you know what he says to it? He's like, I don't know if I can make it. He's not even halfway up the mountain. It took him a whole day to get to this point. He drank all of his water. He ate all of his food. He's got no more clothes. His shoes are busted. And so now, he's got no choice. What do you think he's got to do? He's got to turn back around. He's got to go back home. So he climbs back down the mountain real slow. The next day, he's freezing. He's got cuts all over his body. He's disappointed, sad, ashamed of himself. Gets back down to the base of the mountain. And everyone's in the line, and they're looking at him. He's walking through the town, and everyone already knows they were going to use him to climb the mountain because he was real cocky about it. He told everyone he was climbing the mountain. He said, I'm going up, I'm going up. His buddies were hyping him up. Now he's back down, and they're snickering, laughing. You hear little things. And his mom's there at the center of the crowd, and he walks over to his mom, and she puts his arm around him, and she says, it's okay, man. It's all right, man. Just come home. It's okay. So he goes home. His friends, the laughing stock, his friend group. And what he does now is he goes ahead and he gets a little job at the tea shop down the street, starts selling tea. 15 years goes by, he's still at the tea shop. That's what he does now. He's so broken by that journey, he's so embarrassed in his failure, he never tried to climb the mountain again. And in fact, a lot of his friends that were laughing and snickering at him, because they saw his failure, they never even tried. They never even tried. And he spent the rest of his life just serving tea. But that wasn't his dream, to serve tea. His dream was something grand. But he ended up selling tea for the rest of his life as a common, non-player character in life. That's not what he wanted. And so I tell you this story because I need you to understand something. You all have dreams. You all have things you want to accomplish. However, most of you, if not all of you, are underprepared. Just like that young man was. You underestimated how challenging life really is outside of this training ground. I don't know if you remember this or realize this, but that is exactly what high school is. It is nothing more than a tutorial. It is a training ground. How do you do work? How do you socialize? How do you follow rules? That is what this is. When you graduate, you walk out of these doors for the last time, there is nobody that is going to give you anything for free. There's no more lunch boxes, juice. There's no more free computers to do your work. Those things don't exist anymore. It's up to you. What's up, brother? How you doing,
What's up, man? Nice to meet you.
Where do I know you from, man?
High school. I think we seen each other at the lunch.
I seen you at the cafeteria, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me, man, what you been up to since you graduated?
Man, life's hard out here, but I want to be a zoo veterinarian.
You want to be a veterinarian?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got you, man. Well, let me ask you a question here. What does a veterinarian need?
A lot of school.
Probably some college.
A lot of school.
Okay, got you, man. Let me ask you something. If I could show you a way to go to college, put some money in your pocket, get some experience, live life a little bit. You think that might be something you want to learn about?
Sounds dope. That sounds dope. Where can I sign up?
Well, I don't know if we can sign up. I got to see if you're qualified first, man. But honestly, it might be a good opportunity for you. So if you're interested, my office is just, right down the road. We can have a conversation. You down?
I'm down, sir.
Let's rock and roll, man.